Transitioning into a new season can oftentimes feel so joyful, hopeful, cheerful, but sometimes it can also be sad. Sometimes you're aware that the responsibilities of life can be so overwhelming all year long, and maybe it's one of those seasons. Times like this can spike feelings of wanting new things to match the season, or social media starts recommending trends for you. You might have seen things that for the first time you thought you needed, but you really don't. And it's completely valid and normal to feel in a loop of getting things, pursuing an influencer storefront, Pinterest board, and so on. However, you might, at the same time, be experiencing a part of you saying to not follow these things, your heart aching to slow down, your mind pursuing higher financial and minimal clutter lifestyle, your body wanting to be in tune with nature. And nature, this season, is all about the bright, green, yellow, turquoise hues with very beautiful shades of color surrounding everything around you. It's a season of rising up in the summer breeze, the warmth of the sun already halfway through the year, yet the start of something new. I pray that this video will motivate you to look a little different in this new transition. I want to share tips that I did in my home to enjoy the weather and honor my space without having to spend or follow another person's home, but rather with the things I already own, make the love transformation and enjoy my dream home right where I am, right where you are. So let's start. My tip number one, it would be to make a wreath. It was so fun to do this from my faux wedding flowers. I looked some ideas up, but then I just stood up, pictured where I wanted it, and just started placing it how I wanted it to look. You can use elements such as flower, leaves, fruits, twigs, and try to shape it around your wreath. This is going to be in my door, so I was looking it to be flowy on the sides and to go in a diagonal turn to make my space feel a bit more cozy, but at the same time airy. I didn't have glue, so this was actually a blessing because I just ended up taking golden cord and tied up everything. And if you're wanting to use like real flowers or leaves or fruits, you can just dry them up first and then you start putting it together. The opportunity of using a cord can help me to later on, for example in autumn, just take these things out and decor it with another theme for the season. Something that you will find throughout the video is that I haven't really gotten anything new, and this is the purpose of not spending money and shopping in your own home. So these were my wedding faux flowers, and I just took them out of the box that we could have thrown them away, and I was just like, no, let's just do something with this and let's decor our home. And it made such a beautiful shift into my house, and I'm so happy how it turned out. I think one of the most important things is that you don't have to spend money to make a beautiful home. What makes a home is the love that you and your family have and how God resides in it. So this is how it turned out, and I was so in love with the process. And I just changed this basket into another place and put the wreath right there. So this leaves us with tip number 2, just move things around. And in here, I'm just taking my cutting boards and I'm placing them right on this spot. And I had like something hanging in there, and what I had in there, I just moved it to the side of the door, like in the wall. And I'm just literally not doing anything but changing things around. It just literally looks so good. And this is where it used to be. And then the onions and the potatoes were standing on this table. The purpose of this table in my home is I'm praying for this community of parents with children, so I want this little table for my kids and for their friends, and I want it really pretty, so we'll see how it turns out. And you can see that in here I'm just changing things around, moving them a little bit. It does such a huge transformation. I took this from my daughter's bedroom and I just moved it and placed it here. So then I took this is to propagate plants, and I just took them. These are also from my wedding, and I just cut my pothos and filled them with water. And I'm gonna take a few bottles as well, and this is so pretty because you can recycle glass bottles that you have in your home, decorate them with a little bow or something that is more in your element, fill them with water, fill them with a pothos, and you're growing a plant while you also decorate. This would be a third tip, to use these plants that will grow in water for decoration. And you're kind of like cleaning everything with me at the same time. You can see there, that's the box of the things for my wedding. And this is how my living room and homeschooling area currently looks. So we're going to be changing absolutely everything in this room. Another thing that we're going to be doing in here is that we're gonna take the rug and we're gonna take it out, because in the summer windows are very much open and so are doors. We're kind of like always cleaning and taking the rug out. It's such a good idea, so it doesn't, like, the dirt doesn't get stuck in there. So I'm gonna be changing like the plants and few frames that I have hanging in there, and I'm just gonna be taking everything out because everything will be switched. So in here, if you're currently planning on doing your living room and it's not such a big area, you can try to just put some faux flowers in there and take like the rest of the frames to keep it more on the minimal side. And you can hang the frames either in your bedroom or just switch it up. And right on that wall I had a beige art that it was hanging in there, and I'm just moving that into the bathroom. Here again we're going to be doing the water with plants, and this is such a pretty thing you can do. I actually took our TV out because we don't watch TV, so I just moved it. I put a basket here that I had stored. I put my eternity plant in there, which is so good for air purification. I put a frame that I know that pretty soon I'm gonna have to be taking it off because I know my little one is going to be just crawling around soon. So in here you can see how it was before with the basket and such, and we just changed it into a lamp that a friend of mine gave us, and it turned out to be so much prettier. It looks more tidy up and just more beautiful. So I'm so thankful for this lamp because she actually DIY'd it, and it has such a piece of her, and I love having that piece of her in my home. So basically I switched a lot of frames in my house, and that made such a difference. I'm gonna leave it until here for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.